Hi Taurus, welcome to your week ahead horoscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I absolutely love you for it. So my dear Taurians, if you haven't got your winter solstice seat, you can do so on the web link below. If you haven't got your 2020 quarter calendar, full moon and new moon astrology for the first 3 months of the year, a big write-up about that coming conjunction that's taking place right out of the gate in January, going to be very intense, and also a daily tarot card pull. If you want to get yours, you can do so on the link in the description box below. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless all of my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's have a look-see, right? When I went into my intuition, interestingly enough, what I saw was a plane. And yes, it represents travel and all of that sort of stuff for sure. But as one of my personal symbols, the plane represents outsourcing or the need to find somebody at a distance or something that you're doing at the moment, something that you're working on this week. And you know, usually you guys are very, very self-sufficient, but what you have, whether it's knowledge, whether it's resources, you don't have everything that you need. This is a week where you're going to have to outsource. You're going to have to reach outside of yourself for some kind of assistance. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. In fact, sometimes the most adult thing to do is to ask for help when you need it. So this is a week where you need to outsource, right? This is the week where you need to communicate with people, possibly even people overseas, in order to gain the knowledge or the information that you're looking for. When you do that, you will, not only is it a form of actually trusting yourself, because you're saying, you know what, I don't have everything that I need, but it's also building the spirit of collaboration. All right, so let's have a look. Your destiny card for the week ahead is the Moon card. So yeah, you could be feeling this week that it's kind of like maybe you're having a moment where you're thinking, you know what, why is it that I can't make this work? Or why is it that I don't have, or what is the piece of the puzzle that I'm missing? Because the Moon card is very often it's us looking at the past, but it can represent distortion and confusion. Because don't forget, the moon doesn't necessarily have her own light. She just reflects the light that is. And so sometimes shadows and all the rest of it, they're distortions of what real life actually is. And as a destiny card, this kind of says that you have a week where you're actually going to be able to step off of a certain cycle, where you have the ability or the energy behind you to break a specific cycle. And the way that you're going to do that is by outsourcing, where usually you would run yourself ragged and say, no, I can do it, and be the quote unquote stubborn Taurus. Sorry to pull you up on that one, y'all know I love you, but let's be real. Right, this basically says that this week you will step out of that cycle, because the moon card is cyclic. She's a cyclic being, right? You've had a card jump out for your direction, and your direction card is the Ace of Wands. If you dig deep enough to say, I don't have what I need, I don't know what you know, I haven't got a piece of the puzzle, whatever it is, this week not only can you make massive progress, not only can you break a specific cycle, but your Ace of Wands says that this is the beginning. This is the beginning. This is the grand beginning for you, right? The Ace of Wands is a beautiful card. It's a card of writing, it's a card of books, it's a card of performance, it's a card of being out there, but it's also the card of impetus. This is like a grand energy that builds up behind you. If you haven't seen the weekly general, check it out, because this is, I mean, you couldn't ask for a better card under the general energy, right? As your direction card, this basically says you start down a path this week that is really it's going to take you very, very far. And providing you're able to do that thing of getting out of your own way and outsourcing something, it can be truly miraculous what you come up with or what you're able to generate or create. And then finally, your insight card. What is coming in here? All right. this week you have the Hierophant, very Taurian energy, right? This is about the rules, the regulations, but it's about making things real. It's about making things tangible. For those of you that have had anything of a legal issue going on, maybe you've had to bounce letters back and forth, the Hierophant basically says your back is covered, you're going to be fine. For those of you that this represents something that you've been trying to create, by doing that thing of outsourcing, and do it with somebody that is tried and tested, right? Make sure, because the Hierophant always asks for the traditional, the tried and true, what is known to work. This week, whoever it is that you're outsourcing to, whoever it is that you're connecting with, make sure it's a person that's already done it, that already has that knowledge, that already has that skill. And the thing is as well, because you've got that Ace of Wands there, it's only a very minor tweak, but it is one that you can't do yourself. All right. I mean, with the Hierophant here, it basically says that whatever you're trying to build is going to be solid. It will come to fruition. Now you just got to do that whole thing of, like I said, kind of getting out of your own way to make it happen for you. All right. I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.